Welcome to Season 6 of Division 2 of the SSL. I'm your host, TV Sarah, and I'm joined by...
Sock.
Welcome,
Good evening,
Sock.
everyone.
Sock, it is your first stream, yeah?
This is my first cast being on here. I'm very excited to be here. I'm looking forward to a very exciting round of Division 2 matches. Got a lot to look forward to coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be a good set of games ahead of us. We have newcomers to Division 2, newly relegated teams coming down from Division 1, and we have one starting us off today. We'll be taking a look at Montreal playing against AS Paris, the duel of the French.
Yeah, the two French-speaking clubs, Montreal United, could have perhaps escaped promotion if not for an inter-London loss of the last match day of the season. They'll probably be looking for a lot more from their performances. They've acquired a lot more new talent. See how much that can work out for them.
Yeah, Montreal have been an interesting squad. They did some selling this offseason, but a lot of acquiring too. So that squad is still very, very good. It is Division 2, and anything could happen.
Yeah. As for AS Paris, having not really been that involved in SSL, this only being my second season, and only really being my first full season, what can you tell me about AS Paris? What are they bringing to the table for this first match day?
So AS Paris are headed by their GM and star striker Leo Papadopoulos. Now, Papadopoulos is a very, very talented forward. He's going to find the score sheet very often for AS Paris, or rather that they hope he will if they are looking to fight for promotion. They are playing with a 4-3-3 in the center here, opting for a full central midfield instead of that DM that we often see employed at the higher levels. We saw Buenos
Yeah.
play a lot of this last year. We'll see if it works for AS Paris this year.
Yep, as the match just now getting underway here, Season 6 of SSL has now commenced in Division 2, and it's an immediate quick attack, but Brian Duke getting his first touch in a Montreal uniform, just easily snaffling an attacking opportunity.
We are in Montreal today, so in Canada, the French visiting on their first match of the year.
Yep, as here comes Utley Lunga looking for a centering opportunity. Good tackle by Washburn, and Pelletier blocks such an opportunity for Pinot Noir. Noir centers for Manny Calavera, but it's blocked again, and it comes back for Utley Lunga. But it was knocked over top by Bori Barflett.
Barflett with
There's
a
Mo Funyuns now.
massive save. The former Cairo turned Paris goalkeeper watches as bat flies past him.
Right through the defense is Mathieu. It only took not even 2 minutes, and Yves Mathieu finds himself on the back of one. Quick flick right to the corner of the 6-yard box. Mathieu on the end of it gets a great header past Washburn, and already Montreal opened their account.
Now, Montreal, as I mentioned, did a lot of selling in the offseason. However, Mathieu is one of those players who did stay with the team, and coming into, I believe, his second year on the squad, scores his first goal of the season, the first goal of the season for Montreal as a whole.
Yeah, two tough chances there for Montreal as Utley Lunga and Calavera both sending them wide. On the first corner Montreal has, they immediately strike, and now AS Paris looking to try and perhaps create an attacking opportunity. Now down the wing with Jay Brisky. Brisky flicks back to Isabella Cortez, now centers for Horvat. Horvat long ball finds Peter Oak at the end of it. Good crossing opportunity, now inside for Cortez!
Cortez, the Canadian winger, there to put that home end of the cross and into the back of the net. It is an equalizer for AS Paris in Montreal.
Well, what a way to do it, right in your home country, playing for your away club. Peter Oak, beautiful ball in, right to where Cortez was waiting, and Brian Duke, much as he may have had an opportunity to try and swing in and perhaps clear that ball, had no opportunity to fist it forward, ends up being able to find his way through. Well, the ball that is. And Cortez striking with their first opener of the campaign and the first one for the French side.
Yeah, looking for a lot more from her this year. Honestly, had a bit of a disappointing year last year. Wasn't available for too much of it, and couldn't find too much for her efforts. We will see if she can
Yeah,
turn it around this year.
definitely something to look for, looking towards the later match days, as a corner by Brisky comes back to him and Calavera blocks it and is able to clear it long. No result coming from that attacking opportunity for AS Paris. We didn't really get a chance to talk about Montreal's tactics while we have a little bit of a break in play while it settles down.
Yeah,
what can you tell us about
Montreal playing in a 4-2-3-1, very traditional sort of formation. It's interesting to see them struggle so much with possession, though. It does seem like they're being overwhelmed just a little bit in that midfield.
it? Indeed. Didn't quite get a look at the possession stats when they had come up, but we hope that they can definitely improve for the side. As now McAllister fires a ball in, cleared away quickly there by Williams. Mathieu, quick play forward for Xavier Valoria. Now a long ball. Jake Justice couldn't find himself on the end of it, and Bartlett hoofs it clear, but the clearance comes right back. Now Tom Pedersen, now a chance for Justice, and saved by Bartlett. And risky with a risky pass there, and now a counter-attack to the counter-attack. Here comes Leo Papadopoulos, the manager, looking to send a ball through, and Bismo Funyun's able to just meet it, not allow it to be a shot on target.
Yeah, that's a good chance for AS Paris. They've been playing really good counter-attacking style of football. Unfortunately, they've had a lion's share of the possession, so unfortunate for that they haven't been able to put it together more frequently.
Yeah, now here's perhaps a counter-attacking chance for Montreal. Ball falls for Utley Abatalonga. Now Valorian sends it long for Pinot Noir. Brisky trying to make sure he doesn't get that lane, and Cortez nearly took it away, but couldn't get that past to Pelletier. But now Peter Oak takes it away. 2-on-2, perhaps more coming. Long ball for Papadopoulos, and he's Mathieu. Almost had it. But Isabella Cortez stops the clearance. Pelletier, long ball, but finds no one on the receiving end of that one. McAllister is able to clean up the scraps. Now Pelletier with a shot blocked and eventually cleared.
That was a good spur of possession there for AS Paris. Real good sustained play on that counter, and able to hold the ball a little bit better this time in the opposition zone. Papadopoulos could be through!
Oh, dear me. That's a big blown opportunity. A chance to hit the front just before the stroke of halftime, and ends up just sending it well wide left.
It is still a tie game, though.
Yeah, however, you have to think about the momentum coming through. You've had a majority of the possession, you've been completing your passes well, you've definitely had more attacking opportunities, but the shots haven't come through, and especially having one that's basically a one-on-one and just whiffing on it. This must be demoralizing for the team.
Yeah, no doubt the manager is going to be looking to pick the team up after this one. I do not know if there are any halftime changes coming in. There are a couple players on each bench that we could see come on. Mikko Jarvala joining the Parisians this year in the offseason could make his debut today. I actually think he's already on the bench. Excuse me. Starting in the lineup. Excuse me.
Yes, Jarvala was starting there at centre-back alongside Hope and Washburn. Substitutions, Montreal does have their backup keeper, Oliver Can't Stop Shots, and their midfielder Pil Song, while Paris has defender Bobby Newport and midfielder Time to Live a Pizza Ball.
I would love to see Mr. Pizza Ball come into the game. I know I got them mixed up. It's actually Newport on the bench for Paris, so perhaps we'll see them come out. And we do.
Indeed.
Bobby Newport coming in for Washburn there.
Well, it seems like we're putting a lot of faith in the debutant here with Jarvala, not taking him off at half-time, instead deciding Newport is the way to go here. No sign of Song or Eta delivered a pizza ball, so perhaps they just want to save those midfielders for in case of emergency, perhaps. There's now first real sign of action here in the second half with Sebastian Pelletier. Trying to work in a triangle with Horvat and Jarvala. Through ball, got past Williams. Papadopoulos. It's an open net, but Duke is there.
Duke is there again, and Papadopoulos unable to convert. I think that's his second clean look at the net there.
Yeah, it's just not fallen for him. First one wide, the second one saved, but it did challenge him now, so perhaps Duke will be thinking about that later on as we see a yellow card given out there to Milan Horvat.
Yeah, a little frustration coming to the Parisians now. They've had some really good looks at the net, but unable to take the lead. They've had really good possession, though, likely due to their heavy pressing.
Yep, they continue to press now. Here's Valoria now with Funyuns. Funyuns back now for Tom Pedersen. Pedersen quickly snagged away by Cortez. Cortez running through. Through ball, Papadopoulos. Chips Duke. It's in. Paddy has taken the lead. It's Leo Papadopoulos. Third time's the charm. And he gives an absolutely outstanding finish from the Cortez through ball.
You give Leo Papadopoulos that many looks at the net, he's going to score one of them eventually, and that's the satisfying chip that he's looking to avenge his past mistakes, and was able to barely get that through onside with Cortez.
Yeah, barely kept that right foot back enough. Almost half a stride in it, but that's all you need in order to keep yourself on. As now the frustration setting in for Montreal's yellow card here issued to Toki Wartooth. As the time ticking down quickly here.
Yeah, Montreal need
Only 8 minutes left.
to kick it on here. They have 40% possession, so not the most opportunities for them so far. But if they want to tie this game, they'll need to be a little more proactive on that ball.
Definitely need to try and salvage a point out of this at the very least, as that ball's hoofed long, where only Duke is waiting. Duke sends it clear down the left side, but only finds Brisky. Now to Cortez, finds Pelletier on a run through. Now looking for Papadopoulos again, and he's put that wide left.
Leo! Unfortunate, but what's not unfortunate for the Parisians is that time is running out. Montreal not likely to find the equalizer here as we run into the 92nd minute.
Time will tick. Last opportunity. The ball was hoofed long. No one on the end of it. And AS Paris steal 3 points from Montreal with a second half go-ahead goal from Leo Papadopoulos.
Absolutely. Montreal scored really early on in the game, and they honestly looked dangerous throughout it, but unfortunate to not convert on their later chances in the game. Able to make the most of their opportunities, though. We'll put 2 past the amazing keeper for Montreal. I'm forgetting the name. I think it was Duke.
Brian Duke.
Yes, Brian Duke, Albanian Valor. He's the rookie, rookie goalkeeper.
Yeah, the most recent signing, starting over all of the can't-stop shots, and while he was only able to save 3, you can't complain about the opportunities that he was given. He definitely was able to turn a deft one away from Papadopoulos early on in that second half. With those many opportunities, you can't say.
Yeah.
That was an undeserving victory, perhaps, for AS Paris, even if it was previously described as being stolen.
Absolutely no. If there's one player you cannot blame on Montreal's team, it would likely be Brian Duke. Played out of his heart today, able to keep Papadopoulos to 1 goal, and it could have very easily been a hat-trick for the Greek forward.
Maybe even 4. He's just been able to keep those shots down. Would like to say, though, Isabella Cortez, goal and an assist on their first game here. Definitely showing some positive signs for the rest of the campaign, considering we discussed earlier how well they had previously performed and how it just hadn't produced results. I think it has now.
Yeah, absolutely. Playing at the D2 level is a little different than playing over at D1, so maybe this is a little more at her speed. Definitely not a bad thing. Sometimes you just need a little bit of slower football to get your confidence back up to the pace you need to compete with the top.
Absolutely. Sometimes it's just, a change of scenery even that can result in just a player breaking out and performing to the level that was perhaps expected of him in the past. And I definitely think we've seen that with Cortez.
100%. Though, despite their goal and assist performance, it is the midfielder Peter Oak that got the player of the game nod that time. So congratulations to Oak, and a good game from the English midfielder.
Yeah, Oak contributing on that equalizer that Cortez scored. Definitely been a solid performance, was there defensively, was able to send in a lot of through balls, perhaps could have had some more score sheet involvements, but that's the end of the day. Now, if you're Montreal, what do you say about this match? Because you had the early goal, and in spite of the way you were threatening, you didn't really have much opportunities at net.
It's a learning opportunity. It's a young core over there in Montreal, and this is gonna hurt. They had the game in their hands, and it kind of slipped away from them. And it's an opportunity for these young players to take that and learn. A lot of that core is around season 5, so only a year old into our league, and a good chunk of that core is less than that, rookies in our league. So this is going to be an opportunity for them to really understand the pacing of the SSL.
Yeah, it's a good chance for him to bounce back perhaps at match day 2, but we can't look forward to that just yet. The future must be preceded by the present, and coming up very soon to the present would be into London playing at Boris Johnson's Party Dome against CA Buenos Aires. Sarah TVC, what can you tell us about this match?
Well, I can tell you that I'm no longer the manager of Inter London, so obviously there's no bias here, right? No, definitely not like both of our players play on this team or anything. No, I'm teasing. So Inter London's going to be playing in a 5-2-3. It's a formation we rolled out in the preseason and decided to roll into this season with. So it's going to be interesting to see how that works, because that relies on that man up top. And up top for Inter London coming home is Kay Clements from Seoul. Seoul were relegated this year, so Kay Clements and Inter London were able to agree with a deal to bring the forward back to Inter London. Part of that deal also sees the midfielder Bud Light come back to Inter London as well, but he's sent back on loan to Seoul this year. We'll see a little bit more of him coming up. On the other side of the field are, I believe, the season favorites, Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires having a very nearly promoted year last year, almost in the last match day. We denied promotion.
Yeah, another one of those squads. We saw Montreal United suffer from that exact same fate. And, well, on this occasion now, they might be able to see what happened over on Montreal's side and know, perhaps we should be trying to play up to our competition here and get back into Division 1. As early on, it's a corner for into London. Scott Muffin sending it inside, but no second-minute header that goes through on this occasion.
No goal for Kay Clements on his return to the Boris Johnson Party Dome. May have to look at renaming that soon. Oh, lordy, that's a goal. I don't know how that went in off of Donnaruma's head, off the set piece, I believe, by Scud Muffin.
Yeah, this one was very quick, just whipped in by Scud Muffin, and Ruma just got the deflection to it really off the side of the head, and just was able to direct it right past Koche Oakdown, just quickly up on an indirect free kick and just sent it quickly through, and early on, Donnarumma opening up their account very on. 2 centre-backs score the opener here, but this action hasn't stopped yet. Kay Clements is now through past Sigvald of Katarina, but has to stop up. Back for Walter Pickman, found a floor shot blocked. Kay Clements shot blocked as well, and that will go out for a corner kick. This has been non-stop thus far.
Only 9 minutes into our game, another corner here for Inter London.
This time, however, it's knocked away there. Great work there by Loren Gorkov, the midfielder playing there. One of the 2 midfielders that they have, that 4-2-3-1 they've been running. They do also have a one at the front that we see a lot of teams using this season. This time it's Antonio Gaverno that is leading from the front on this occasion.
Pinkman with the long shot.
Yeah, tried one from outside the box, but was well kept away there by Koche Oakdown. It's so difficult early on to concede, and I think a lot of the teams thus far have been able to rebound from it, as Edwin Vandersloff just barely putting that one over the top.
Vandersloff on an early yellow card there. Perhaps nerves playing a bit of a factor into this match for him.
Indeed. That one quickly was flicked to 4 by Clements, but Oakdown was there for it. Now perhaps look to counter-attack, but it's a slow throw there to Sigvard of Katarina. Now Immortali up for Vandersloff, taken away there by Ioannis Papastavopoulos. No relation to Leo Papadopoulos. Quick through ball now for Kay Clements, and blocked by of Katarina. And Oakdown will snaffle the in-close chance.
No relation to Papadopoulos. However, Papa, sorry, Papastapadopoulos coming over from Montreal. So both playing for French squads at one point in time. However, Papastapadopoulos making the move over to Inter London this offseason.
Yeah, a lot of changes, but a lot of old faces coming back for the English side. As now here's Walter Pinkman with a shot. Try to finesse it into the bottom right corner, but just off to the right side.
What has not changed is Inter London's ability to miss the net, unfortunately. However, very happy to start our season with a goal. Last year, it took us 6 matches to find our first.
6 matches in 6 minutes. Very different stories thus far. There's now Adam Knight, also on a yellow, has it taken away by Scud Muffin. Quickly forward for K. Clements and Oakdown. Oh, he narrowed that angle beautifully there to make sure that there wasn't an open opportunity in that top left corner.
Koshi Oakdown, now actually one of the more veteran goalkeepers in our league. Season 3 goalkeeper coming into his 3rd year of work.
That's quite impressive to see that, even with how wild the goalkeeper turnover has been recently, that players can still be able to stick through, and Oakdown has been able to go through and make sure that he retains a large spot in the simulation soccer league,
Absolutely, he's been a large part of this entire Buenos Aires franchise. Would not surprise me to see him go down as a team legend.
Indeed, is now Immortali sending one to the left wing here. And the Buenos Aires need to try and find an early goal, or in the first half goal here. Now here's Buendo with a shot, but there's too many bodies in the way. And now perhaps a counter-attack from Inter London. Papastatopoulos through ball for Clements, and back for it there was Adam Knight.
Knight able to get to that. Playing with a 4-back is Buenos Aires as opposed to a 3-back from Inter London, so we'll see how the difference is in terms of defensive stability.
Didn't you say we were running a 5-2-3?
Yeah, 5-2-3, 3 center backs and then the 2 wing backs.
Right. Yeah, so not many chances there for Buenos Aires early on. Do you think that could be a symptom of that 5 in the back? Well, we say 5, really 3 center backs. Do we think that's a symptom?
It could be. It does feel like a little bit of stuffing going on here from Inter London. I think Buenos Aires had one shot in the direction of the net, not on target in that half. So a little bit to do on their end with the conversions. But yeah, no, we've definitely seen a lot of takeaways from Inter London as well.
Indeed. And again, Sarah, I would like to congratulate you on your board of directors nomination.
Thank you. I am very excited to be able to now work with our entirety of the management team at a bigger capacity than before, and I'm looking forward to what the future of our league holds.
Indeed. I will say it's been a long time coming.
Thank you. A lot of work goes on behind the scenes from a lot of different people. So I'm one of the few who get to now sit on that board and hopefully run it at a capacity that the public deems to be acceptable, and we can keep standards high.
Yeah, I mean, having come into this league recently, I can say that we have been in a fairly high standard thus far as we get our second half underway. Eric Tildes Funken and faking an injury on for Buenos Aires. No substitutions on the side of Inter London.
Yes, nothing changing for Inter London today. They're going to keep it as is, and I don't blame them. It's working very well.
Yeah, if you're up, just keep up. They brought on for, I believe, Grayson Yates and Che Guevara, or perhaps Adriano Bendia. I'll need to double check that as Sigvald of Katarina gets involved there and receives a yellow for his trouble.
Yep, faking an injury, I believe, is the striker, so likely coming on for Governo.
No, Governo seems to be on the pitch as that was his shot just turned away there by Tony Abel on a dive to his left.
Apologies, you can play anywhere in that front 3, so...
Yeah, and a good clearance from that with Roy Bob dives in a lot. We haven't needed to talk much about the defense of Inter London thus far. Perhaps speaking to more midfield control there.
So injury is in that left side. Yates did come out of the match. I believe he did say that. My apologies.
Yep. And I believe it was Aureliano Buendia's Che Guevara is still on the field that they brought on Eric Tilder's function for. Now here's an opportunity. K. Clements just got it through to Scud Muffin from outside the box.
22 yards out. Scud Muffin buries the second for Angela London. First of the year for the English forward, I want to say. Let me double check. No, it's the Irish forward. I apologize. North Irish forward.
Well, British.
I do not know enough about the politics of that island to comment any further. So, congratulations to Scud.
The British Isles forward. We'll use that. There's now Knight to Governo. Buenos Aires need to find a goal. Here's Eric Tilder's function and just missed it. Put it off the side of a net.
Buenos Aires fans watching from home may have thought that went into the net, but unfortunately just the side there. And that is Buenos Aires' fifth shot of the game at the net, and second on the net. They've been turning it around offensively this half, though they will need to find a goal if they look to equalize here.
Yeah, time is quickly ticking down as Walter Pinkman puts that one into the net as well, but on the wrong side of it. Here's an indirect free kick. Scud Muffin Vatata Yure, well blocked there by Gorkov. And now hoofed clear. Governo tried to look for faking an injury, but Donnarumma right there for it. Now with Guevara to Carolina. Carolina flicks back to Oakdown. Oakdown long ball headed by Vandersloot. Dives in a lot, try to get it clear. Governo, what a great run back and block by Donnarumma. Making sure to play on both sides of a ball right now with a goal and also a potential goal stopper.
Absolutely, that would have been nice for Buenos Aires to find. Unfortunately, Ruma there for Inter London will block that one.
Yeah, and another block there by Mike Checker. And it ends up being that the play just falls apart. Eric Tilder's function back to Lauren Gorkov. Now with Knight injury. Muffin trying to make sure that he doesn't prevent, well, he does prevent anyone from going through. Now Immortali. Gorkov now finding the attack with Vandersloot. Perhaps one last roll of the dice here. Back for Tali. Tali looks for an angle. Back to Vandersloot. And it just went wide. Perhaps was looking for injury on the other side of that pass.
That is
or perhaps just a shot on net.
unfortunate. Vandersloot's right foot that looked like such a good left foot shot, but that was a header off the post.
Yeah, took a touch off the glove of Luke Bower and then looked to rebound off a post, and then Dives in a lot was there to make sure that one would not cross the line. As now we see 1 minute being added on here for stoppages. Been a very quick game. Now Vandersloot looking for look for Checker, but was blocked by Papastopoulos. And we just continue to press them inside their own half. Buenos Aires finally gets the ball clear, but it's over the head of Vandersloot.
Vandersloot clapping like he kind of knows. That ball went off of Buenos Aires' foot, and Inter London not too happy to relinquish possession here.
Yep, now Matt Letitia, who hasn't been called upon much, trying to make a run down the right wing. Ball in, fell on the floor. Only 5'7" was not going to be able to get to that one. They might just look for a salvage goal here, but time is ticked down, and the ball goes out of play. Into London, after so long in Season 5, having not been able to score, get 2 in their first match of Season 6, and will go thus far to the top of the standings with a 2-0 win over CA Buenos Aires.
Yeah, absolutely great game for both teams to start their season. I know that Buenos Aires probably don't feel that way, but they did have a good game in that second half. They maintained about 60% possession throughout the game. That defensive line played very well. Che Guevara and now Catarina playing great on the center of the pitch there.
Yeah, but I mean, look at the other side on Inter London. Scud Muffin, the goal, the assist, 8.3 match rating. Having an absolute blinder of that right attacking midfield position, arguably right wing, and will be absolutely chuffed with that. Especially, starting off early with this kind of form into London. perhaps looking to try and secure a promotion.
Yeah, no, I have insider information that that is exactly what they made the offseason moves they did for. Looking to push up the table is the former Div 1 champions, and of course, winning the champion before the divisional split. So, really, the Cool Kings, if you would.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they are the Kings now instead of the Queens, and we also do have to give credit. Like, as good as Buenos Aires backline has played, there were other worldly on the side of Inter London. Gavin Millar wasn't involved much, but didn't need to be with the performance on that centre-right side with Dives in a lot, Donnarumma and Tony Yeboah. Those goalkeepers and two centre-backs just stifled the opposition and never really gave him any opportunity to score.
Yeah, no, it was hard to watch the attacking midfield for Buenos Aires there. It really did look like they kind of disappeared.
Yeah, even with their changes though, taking off Wendia and Yates, bringing on injury until dysfunction, they never got themselves going. I feel like
I never saw Buendia or Till Dysfunction really get involved in that match, unfortunately.
yeah, I think Buendia only really had one highlight touch there. Yates was trying to get involved on the left wing, but no one was on the end of those crosses.
Yeah, no, and Yates is normally asked to take those shots or be at the end of the cross, not the one taking them. It was unfortunate for Van der Sloot. He wasn't able to find more space on that right-hand side for Buenos Aires. They normally rely on him for the service, and it didn't come out for them today.
Yeah, I have to give credit to Ioannis Papastathopoulos basically playing as his marking man to be able to stop that. Well, Inter London thus far moved to the top of the standing with their 2-0 victory. AS Party with a 2-1 away win over Montreal United thus far. So now we go to our final match of the match day, which will be Seoul versus Kaapstad or Cape Town. Sarah, again, I'll turn to you. What are your thoughts on what these teams have done over the offseason?
So I will start with Cape Town. They are the team who have done the more of the changing, ironically, as of late. Over the course of the season, I will come back to Seoul, but Cape Town, as of late, have been very active on the block, making a couple moves to pick up some more players. They are lined up today in a very similar formation to what Inter London were playing in a 5-2-1-2 in that central sort of formation. Seoul playing in a similar formation instead of opting with a 2 center back formation instead of a 3, choosing to play with a more attacking midfielder instead of the extra center back that we do see for Kaapstad. We'll see if that pays off for them, if they can find the extra goal, or if the extra defender is going to help Kaapstad hold Seoul off. Seoul, of course, coming down from Division 1, will be looking to come or win their way back to Div 1 as soon as possible. Kaapstad, the expansion team from last season, unfortunate not to make it up in the last day. One of the, I think, 4 teams fighting it out for promotion.
Yeah. Early on there, we saw Ronaldo da Silva nearly got himself in the referee's book already on the first minute of the game. Couldn't have been happy with that, but thankfully just took one warning. Larson now for the direct free kick. Jakob Larson, great save. What a great reach across by Mason Volstead. Able to stop that one.
Now, I will say, Seoul are a team known to get stuck in. We'll see if it comes back to bite them this time around.
Yeah, well, you play hardball. This is the way it goes. Now David Dog tries to send it across now for Jakob Larson, playing in that cam position, taken away by Broca Aloisi, one of Seoul's recent acquisitions.
Aloisi coming back to Seoul as part of the deal with Inter London to trade strikers. K. Clements going the other way, and Broca Aloisi coming back to Seoul, where it all began for him.
Yeah. On the side of Kaapstad, the 5-2-1-2 for them. They are also playing that 5 at the back with the official drink of esports G Fuel Energy Formula. I know I got those names the wrong way round. Oh, Kasenko Lualua just right on that ball from Danny Paul.
Do you mean G? I messed it up already.
Yeah, a singular tub of Fazeberry esports G Fuel Formula. You know who he is. He's the G Fuel tub.
Where's
now he presses up on Ronaldo da Silva. Muller for Yamaguchi. Long shot! Oh, off the bar. Lua almost had a hand of that as well. And now Camavinga will try and clear it long. But now it's taken by Bud Light Large Box McGurk. Long for Danny Paul. Paul looking. Finds a decisive shot. Bottom corner. It's put it through beautifully. And Seoul goes up early on. Half an hour in.
And that is Danny Paul. Amazing shot. Cutting in from that left-hand side and just putting it past both Christus and Hall.
Yeah, and Lua tried to make a dive to his left, but could not stop that. That was so precisely placed there by Danny Paul. Nothing they could have really done about it. Now we go over to the Kaapstad side. Can they mount a counter-attack? As now it is with a singular tub of favorite G Fuel Energy Formula, the official drink of esports. There, I got it right this time. He crosses in for Larson, who nearly gets it back. Nagatoro Maradona saves us from going by, but Krustis couldn't get that one by and into the box. Now a counter-attack here with those wingbacks playing up. Danny Paul down the left flank. Tries to whip a ball in, but Camavinga's on the other end of it.
Exciting passage of play here. That is Danny Paul and Dragon Maw. Very, very, very new user. I think they've been around for a whole totality of a week. Congratulations on your first goal of the year.
Yeah, what a way to kick off your career. Goodness me. I wish I could have done that. It's now Jakob Larson just making a center run. Was that a tackle? No penalty given. Now sent along for G Fuel Tub. Crack in! Jakob Larson has put home the equalizer. He was right in front. Where was everyone?
Everyone was looking for the referee, begging for a penalty, but that's not how Kaapstad are coached. You play on when you don't get the call, and there it is, a beautiful through ball by G Fuel, and Larson there to tap in unmarked.
Yeah, Cole Mertz and Paul Tenderloin just let him sneak through 4 yards out, basically right in front. He had about 1,000 options of where to go, and he didn't pick a 1,000 first. He just took the first one in front of him, which was put it in the back of the net.
Now, it is interesting to note, Seoul have traditionally played with a back five, using those three center backs, and it certainly looked like that was what happened there. A miscommunication, an unmarked third man that normally would have been covered, just wasn't this time around. So some growing pains here from Seoul.
Yeah, and Larson able to head that one clear, and that will take us to half-time. One apiece here, and a singular tub of Fazebeer G Fuel Energy Formula for the official drink of esports. I would like to apologize to you personally for the name of that one. But he did contribute on the score sheet there. Just got himself on the back of a possession, found a way through, and, well, you mentioned it. Perhaps Seoul, perhaps they had thought they had that third centre back to mark him, and he wasn't there.
Yeah, no, that's gonna sting. Seoul are going to look to get the, well, that was the equalizer, was it not? Danny Paul scored.
It was, yes.
Yeah, Danny Paul scored earlier on to the game. So Seoul are going to be looking to get the go-ahead goal. Their wing-back for play has been a little bit interesting. They're playing with those two inverted wing-backs. So we're seeing them get dominated out wide by the wide men over from from Kaapstad.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's G Fuel Tub and Giannis Krustis there, because they tend to run more of a narrower 5-2-1-2 with that middle of Zimmer, Valor, Larson, O'Rourke, and Toro Maradona.
Yeah, especially playing in this more aggressive formation, we do see those wing-backs tend to bomb it down the sideline much more often, and with no one there, it's been difficult for Seoul to keep defenders on the two forwards from Kaapstad.
Yeah, Kaapstad, the only team, interestingly, technically running two at the front. Of course, we did have a wide 4-3-3 being run by Paddy, but tended to more run of a 4-3-2-1 with Papadopoulos at the front, and Alistair and Cortez playing more of a defensive wing role, I guess you could say. More just the standard right mid, honestly.
Yeah, no, we traditionally don't see too many two-striker formations, but This year, interestingly, we did see one in the opening day for Division 1, in which FE and I played a 4-4-2. That's also nothing we've seen ever in the history of the SSL.
That honestly feels like the weirdest sentence I've ever heard. I'll be honest. As that indirect free kick there was easily snaffled by Hugh Mann, just sent it back to the keeper and sent it clear. Now Vidal Valor with a quick attack, just trying to go themselves, but great slide tackle by Danny Paul, able to win that one away. McGurk back for Willie Normus. Now for Paul. Paul tries to find Aloisi right past G Fuel Tub. And, well, nothing again came of that.
It is
Just trying to feel each other out here right now. Zimmer now for Lachlan O'Rourke. O'Rourke for Vidal Valor! Oh, just sent it wide right.
It is absolutely pouring rain in Seoul right now, and what that means is these long balls are a little bit better, a little harder for their defender to play, so a little easier for an attacker to get onto the end of. We'll see if that comes into advantage for either team.
Yamaguchi! Right on the end of that one. Just fell right for him, and he's able to head it in from 7 yards. Oh, you look away for a moment, and it was just suddenly through there. Man to McGurk, back to man to De Silva, and it pops up. Camavinga well out of position, and Lualua couldn't get his fist to it. And Seoul take the great 2-1 lead. Now with only 25 minutes to play.
Slippery ball. Manages to get past all the Kaapstad defenders there and finds the head of Yamaguchi, I believe, playing a little deeper.
It was, yes.
But still able to elude the defender from Kaapstad.
Now Kaapstad find themselves down, and they need to try and look to perhaps set up another equalizer in this match. Here's Zimmer. Now for Vidal Valor. Nagatoro Maradona. Valor now for Krustis. Krustis whips in. Larson couldn't quite get there. Mertz was there to at least try and stop an open opportunity. And the play breaks down.
Now, I feel like I might get crucified if I don't mention this, but Pascal Yamaguchi is actually from the nation of Micronesia. So the Micronesian forward bagging his first of his career.
First of his career. Very impressive. Now Ariadne Tokino Nagatoro Maradona trying to play his way back into the front field. Bruce is easily taken away there by McGurk, but the clearance to try and get Yamaguchi free was headed back by Camavinga. Now Zimmer over to G Fuel Tub. G Fuel Tub for O'Rourke. Mertz was able to block that one away and sends it right into row D.
Clears the ball, buys his team a little time to regroup here. Seoul on the front foot, but very quickly could lose that lead. It is only 1 goal.
Yeah. 2-goal leads are twice as good as 1-goal leads, though, but they're not going to have an opportunity immediately, as here's Nagatoro Maradona! And with 5 minutes left, has put Kaapstad right back in contention.
Nagatoro Maradona scores their first of their season. Definitely not the first of their career. I believe they scored one last year, but able to get onto the record early, and that just chips Mason Walsted, the English goalkeeper, unable to get a hand to that. And it's a tie game.
Yeah. And now they're immediately back on the attack here. Not even 2 minutes after. Vidal Valor! Oh, it nearly got through Walsted. But he able to dive to his bottom right. And is able to knock that one over for a corner kick. Now here's Doug. Doug whipped in and cleared away by Cole Mertz. Player manager doing the work for him as it's a throw-in inside Seoul's half.
Time ticking away here now. One last chance, maybe.
It looks like it'll be Kaapstad to take it. Here's Hall. Hall trying to look for an opening. Gets McGurk to fall. Now Valor. Nagatoro Maradona. Try to whip through for O'Rourke, but Normus is there, and that'll probably take us to the end here. Pork tenderloin. Lost it forward. Camavinga. Vidal Valor. Surely the whistle's coming soon. There it is. Full time, and Seoul will share the points here with Kaapstad. It was a late equalizer from the South African side. Ariadne Tokino Nagatoro Maradona chipping that one home with 5 minutes left off that ball from Kevin Zimmer. And a very tough result, arguably, for both teams. Look at the corner stats: 13-2, and Kaapstad couldn't find goals on any of them.
Yeah, no, their set piece play wasn't quite up to snuff. We saw Seoul score that beautiful goal off of the throw-in, actually. So really good set piece play from them. But quite honestly, I think this is a fair result. I don't think either team can be too upset with a draw. In fact, I think both teams will be happy to take points at all.
Perhaps, but I do feel like some of them will feel, perhaps we didn't have enough opportunities. We could have capitalized more on that. Also, player of the match, a singular tub of Fazeberry G Fuel Energy Formula, the official drink of esports. Playing great from that wing. Got themselves involved in a lot of opportunities and sent that nice through ball right where Jakob Larsson was waiting for it to get that first goal of Kaapstad's campaign.
Yeah, the official judges seeming to favor Cole Mertz from the Seoul side, but I gotta agree, G Fuel looked really, really good on that left-hand side for Kaapstad today. Who didn't look good, unfortunately, was Krustis on that right-hand side. Wasn't able to make too much of the opportunities given to him, and ended up with a yellow card on a 6.2 as well.
Yeah, I think that may just be because it was favoring a player from the home side rather than the away side, but if ifs and buts were candies and nuts. So, we look to the second match day. Why don't we go through the schedule? Well, actually, we won't look through that first. We will actually go and look at the standings here. We see Inter London, top of the table. Who would have thought that?
Only one day into the season, though.
Well, any result's a good result, especially when you can take 3 points from it. AS Paris, with their away victory over Montreal United, will move in a second. Kaapstad, by virtue of the away goals, will be ahead of Seoul, with Montreal United and Buenos and their losses occupying 5th and 6th.
A very even-keeled start to our season. A draw and 2 games which result in results for either squad. So really a fun opener today.
A home win, away win, and a draw. All kinds of results here in the Simulation Soccer League. I'm Sock. She's been Terra's voiceless creator. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll hopefully see you next time.
Good night, everyone. See you soon.